Hey everyone, this is a freestanding pop-up card and this is what it looks like when you open it and stand it up. And I'm going to show you a tutorial. I'm going to do a tutorial showing you how to make this card. And what happens is when it's closed, this is what it looks like. So when you put it in the envelope, that's what it looks like. And then when the person opens it, it is freestanding and it's a little pop-up. Isn't it cute? There it is from the side. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to show you, try to show you really quickly how to make it. So you're going to need two, basically you have two base pieces of paper. You're going to have the piece of paper for the base part, and then the piece of paper for, and you can see mine was white. I actually decorated the front of my white piece of paper. I doubled it up just to make it stable. You want this part to be kind of stable. If your paper is thin, it's going to be wobbly and it won't stand upright. So I used kind of a heavyweight cardstock on the back. And you kind of want, this paper isn't super heavy, but it is a good weight. It's a double-sided paper, so it has some weight to it. So just think about that. You only have two pieces. You have the base, and then you have the part that's going to be your card, and you can decorate the front of that. I'm not going to decorate the card. I'm just going to show you how to make it. Okay, so you need two pieces of paper, and the first one is going to be 4 1/4 wide by 11 long, and then the second piece of paper is going to be what is this? 3 inches wide by 5 1/4, so 3 inches by 5 1/4, and this is 4 1/4 by 11, and I think this is a 12-inch piece of paper, so I'm going to cut it at 11. I forgot to cut the inch off, yeah. Okay. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to put this part aside, and actually if you wanted, you could decorate this. You want to decorate this before you put the card together, because once you get, I'll show you, once you get the card together, it's going to be hard to decorate the front. So, okay, so the next step is to score this, and we're going to score it at 1 inch. Two 3/4, 3 3/4, and I'm doing it a couple times because it's really heavy cardstock. 5 1/2 inches, 7 1/4 inches, and 8 1/4 inches, and 10. Okay, so now we have scored all the way across, and if you missed those, you can go to my blog. The information will be in the information bar below. Go to my blog, and there's a link to Split Coast Stampers, which is where I got this tutorial. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to do is, at the 5 1/2 line, we're going to fold it in half, and that is going to be the center part of our card. Or I'm sorry, the center part of the base of the card. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I need to create the slit for the card to pop through. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure 1/2 of an inch in on each side, and I'm going to put a little dot there because we're going to make the slit all the way through the middle, but we have 1/2 of an inch that's going to be left on each side. Okay, all of this is going to be cut, but we're going to still have 1/2 of an inch here and 1/2 of an inch there. And what I'm going to do is, you could do this in your cutter, but I'm going to actually do it with, I'm going to just do it with my little X-Acto knife, and I'm going to use my little ruler, and I'm just going to line my ruler up, and I'm going to cut from one dot to the other. Okay, so now I've created my slit. Now, on my card, and on probably most people's cards, because you're going to decorate the front of it, it has dimension. So you need to make your slit a little bit wider than that. So I'm going to create a 1/4 inch slit, and I'm just going to measure really quickly up here 1/8 of an inch on each side and put a little dot, and then I'm going to do the same down here, again putting 1/8 of an inch dot on each side. So now I'm going to line up my ruler again, and I'm going to cut from one line to the other, and I'm going to turn it around, and I'm going to do the same thing on this side. That. And then I'm just going to really quickly just cut the ends. And there you have it. There's the opening. Okay? And again, I just made that 1/4 of an inch. You could make it 1/8 of an inch if you wanted. But 1/4 of an inch seemed to work really perfectly for my other card. Okay, then the next thing you're going to do is score at all the score lines, or fold all the score lines that you've created. All the way down. There should be 3 on each side. This is actually a really simple card. It looks really complicated, but it's really not. Okay, so now that everything is scored, you can see that we've created the base of our card. Pretty easy, huh? Okay, so now, like I said, what you would do is you would take this part of your card and you would do the front. Put your Cricut cut on it, or decorate it however you want to decorate it. Stamp your sentiment on it if you want. Do whatever you want. And the only thing you need to remember is that this is going to be set down in here. It's 1 inch. So there's going to be 1 inch of this card that you're not going to see. So just remember that this inch along the bottom, you could put paper there, but you're not going to see it. So don't stamp your sentiment down here. Make sure to leave yourself 1 inch of room like that. So what you're going to do next is, say our card is all decorated, we have our stuff on there, and then I'm just going to take some, oops, sorry about my arm, I'm going to take some ATG tape and run it along the first, where the first score line is. So I did 2 rows, and I'm going to do the same thing on this side. And then the next thing you're going to do is turn it over and fold it up. So now I'm on the back. I'm flipping it from the front to the back, and I'm going to flip this edge up where I've just put my sticky tape, and I'm going to take my designed card and I'm going to stick it through the front, or stick it through this slit. See my slit? It's coming through now. And then I'm just going to line it up, center it on here the best you can between your cut lines. And then you're going to line it up along the bottom so that it's even with the bottom of the card. There we go. Okay, so it's even here. It's even on each side there. Okay, and then we're going to take this side, we're going to flip it down, and we're going to fold the card in half and do the same thing basically, line the card up so that it's even along the bottom, and there's our card. And then you can decorate the front however you want. Remember that it's going to fold open like this, so you could put your ribbon here, you could put your sentiment here. That's what I did on this card that I made. I put the ribbon here and my sentiment here. So, but however you want to do it is fine. You could even put your sentiment up here. And I think it's a really cute card. So, anyway, it's pretty simple. And the only thing that I did do is, with mine, because it is kind of wobbly, is, for the sake of pictures and stuff, I actually put some double stick tape right under here on the inside on both sides, so that when I push this down it stays in place. But I did that just basically for the sake of pictures, so that it stayed, it's still kind of wobbly, but it stays standing up and in place and everything. But other than that, it's a really cute card. So, anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.